July 6, 1942. A few days ago, Father began to talk about going into hiding. He said it would be very hard for us to live cut off from the rest of the world. He sounded so serious, I felt so scared. Don't worry, Anarchy. Just enjoy your carefree life while you can. Carefree? I was born in Frankfurt on June 12th, 1929, and because we're Jewish, my father emigrated to Holland in 1933. He heard Hitler's marching gang sing that horrible song, "When Jew blood spurts from the knife," and knew it was time to leave. But sadly, Hitler invaded Holland on May 10th, 1940. 5 days later, the Dutch surrendered, the Germans arrived, and the trouble started for the Jews. Father was forced to give up his business, manufacturing products used to make jam. We couldn't use streetcars, couldn't go to the theater or movies anymore, couldn't be out on the street after 8 p.m., couldn't even sit in our own gardens. We had to turn in our bicycles, no beaches, no swimming pools, no libraries. We couldn't even walk on the sunny side of the streets. Our identity cards were stamped with a big black J, and we had to wear the yellow star. But somehow life went on. Until yesterday. A call-up notice from the SS. My sister Margot was ordered to report for work in Germany, to the Westerburg transit camp. A call-up. Everyone knows what that means. At 5:30 this morning, we closed the door of our apartment behind us. My cat was the only living thing I said goodbye to. The unmade beds, the breakfast things on the table, all created the impression we'd left in a hurry. And our destination? We walked 2.5 miles in the pouring rain all the way to 263 Prisenkrat, Father's office building. And our hiding place? The secret annex is right behind it upstairs. Even though the Germans forced Father out, he still runs the office with Mr. Kryler and Miep, who've offered to help us while we're in hiding.
Miep!
Oh, Miep.
Ah, no. Oh, Mr. Frank, thank God you arrived safely. Margot? You must be exhausted. If only we'd known, we would have had it all set up for you when you arrived.
No, you've done too much already, Miep. Besides, it is good for us to keep busy, as you can see. And it's my little helper.
I can see that. Oh, Peter, come in. Goodbye.
Welcome, Peter. Peter Van Daan, children.
Welcome to the annex.
Peter, this is Anne, Margot, and my wife, Mrs. Frank.
Mrs. Frank?
Forgive me, Peter, I'm not quite myself, but I'm glad you're with us.
I am too. A cat, he has a cat.
A black one.
We had a cat too. I wanted to bring her, but I know our neighbors will take good care of him while we're gone. It'll be so fun having a cat here, won't it be? Won't it be fantastic?
And here, don't get too excited. Peter doesn't know you yet.
You'll get to know me soon, so. Oh, it'll be so fun having other people around, a whole other family, right, Margot?
Yes.
Like being on vacation in some strange pension or something, romantic and dangerous at the same time.
What is it, Peter?
Oh, my parents. They were right behind me, one street away.
They'll be here.
You don't think they
Don't
were?
worry, Peter. You're just like me.
What's always going on about every little thing? What's its name?
Mushi.
Oh, Mushy, I love cats. Where'd you go to school?
They set up a technical school in somebody's house once we were
I had
forbidden.
to switch from my Montessori school to the Jewish Lyceum.
I know. I saw you there.
You did?
See? What did I tell you? Now we're all here.
Mr. Brock.
Mr. Crawler?
It was just in time. There were too many police on the street. We had to take the long way around.
Welcome, Mr. Van Daan. Mrs. Van Daan. You know my wife, of course, and the children.
The workmen will be here in half an hour.
Such trouble we're causing you, Mr. Crawler. After all you and me have done for us, and now we arrive early.
You couldn't have let your daughters be taken away, Mr. Brock.
Please, don't worry. We'll do everything we can to help. Now, I must go and get your ration books. Wait, if they see our names in the ration books, won't in over here? Trust me, your names won't be on there. If you make a list every day, I can try and get you what you want. And on Saturdays, I can bring 5 library books. 5? I know what my 5 are going to be.
And remember, there are 7 of us.
I know, Mother.
It's illegal then. The Russian books.
We've never done anything illegal.
I don't think we'll be living exactly according to the regulations here.
Listen! Sylvester Torrin.
Oh, am I ever going to get used to that clock?
I love it.
Me and I will be up here every single day to see you. I hit in the buzzer to signal when we come up. And tomorrow I'll have that bookcase moving in front of the door. Oh, one last thing. The radio.
Oh, radio. Fantastic radio.
Thank God.
Where did you get it? We had it 10,000 months ago.
Thank you, Mr. Corolla, for everything.
You'll tell them about the noise.
I'll tell them.
How can we thank you? How can we ever thank
I
you?
never thought I'd see the day a man like Mr. Rock would have.
It's a journey. Catch another walking down the street in a fur coat carrying a hot box in the middle of summer.
What do you need another hat for? It's not a hat. It's... Oh. I just don't feel at home without my chamber pot.
Now, everyone, please, a few things, quickly, before we have to get organized before 8. And, sit down, please. Now first, about the noise. While the workmen are in the building from 8 to 6, we have to be completely quiet. So no shoes, and only move around when absolutely necessary. We can't run any water, we can't flush the toilet in the WC. The pipes go down through the warehouse and every sound can be heard.
Only one toilet for all of us?
And no trash can be thrown out, not even a potato peel. We'll burn everything in the stove at night. We can't go outside, we can't look out the windows. No coughing, if possible, no fevers. Remember, we can never call a doctor. This is the way we must live, until this is over. But, after 6, we can talk, laugh, play games, move around just like we would at home. This will be our common room. It's a place where we need to have supper, like one family.
One family. I love that.
Now, why don't we get settled? Now, as Mr. Van Den and I discussed, this will be the Van Den home, and this is the Frank home. Peter, I know your space is tiny, but at least it's private. Actually, I'm glad you brought a cat. He warns us there could be rats.
Rats? My God.
And so Moochie can take care of a few rats.
Never can we thank you, Mr. Frank. If it weren't for you, I don't know what would have happened to us.
You can never imagine how much your husband helped me. When I first came to Amsterdam, unable to speak the language, not knowing a soul, I can never repay him. Besides, he's been an excellent business partner.
Well, that's true.
God, it's what?
Well, if you take that precious coat of yours off for 1 minute, you fill it up.
Edith, you haven't closed your eyes since yesterday. No, you, Margot.
I slept buzzer. Isn't that funny? Even though it was my last night in my own bed.
You can sleep through anything. And take off your shoes before you forget. You too, Peter. Shoes.
You're sure you're not too tired, Anarchy?
I'm fine, buzzer. Hey, what are you doing?
Getting rid of it?
You can't do that. They'll arrest you if you go out to that stop.
Who's going out? Now I don't have to be branded.
Yes, you're right. You don't need it anymore. Remember when it started? People tried to look the other day, but somehow their eyes always landed here. Mother's so disarmed, so tight.
The day they made us first start was the worst day of my life.
Do you know Hanneli Gosler?
No,
Joe Duvall?
never heard of her.
Oh, but you heard of me.
Well, my father is your father's business partner.
You heard of me. So I'm famous at my school?
That's true enough, eh?
What do you mean?
Ken, you mustn't bother Peter.
I'm not bothering him. Mushi?
Mushi, either. Tonight, we will have our first supper here, together.
Thank you.
He's awfully shy.
You like him, I know.
I better. He's the only boy I'm going to see. My movie stars! Have you remembered? Wait, my diary. Oh, thank you. I forgot to pack my pencils.
And no! You can't go down those stairs.
I was just going
Never,
to...
Anne! This is what going into hiding means. One mistake could cost us our lives.
I know, Father.
But every day, me or Mr. Crawler will bring us food, books, and their precious company. Their friends, Anne. That's rare these days. If the Nazis found out that they were hiding us, they'd be deported too.
Your fountain pen.
Your fountain pen now.
Pim, what a darling you are! All those bags of beans and potatoes. Is that what we'll be eating? Not much variety, is there?
Oh, don't listen to her. What my wife can do with beans and potatoes. She's an excellent cook.
Lucky for us.
Even with beans, you see. Oh, am I going to miss those gourmet meals?
Stop everything.
The women seem content, don't they?
Yes, but I think we'll be alright.
Mrs. Van Daan, we'll meet here at 6 to start preparing supper.
6 o'clock, yes.
Come away from the kitchen, Petronella. The workmen will be here any moment.
You don't think it's a mistake? All of us going into hiding together? They say it's safer for families to separate. That if we're caught, betrayed. At least the children...
The children would never have understood if we had separated. They couldn't have borne it. Nor wasn't we. Come, we must be quiet now.
Are you alright? I'm still shaking. Feel my hands. It's okay. We're here now, they can't take you away. Yes, we're here.
Entschlossen bis zum letzten Hauch. Dieses Deutschland, der deutsche Volksgemeinschaft aller deutschen Stämme, auf Großdeutscher Reich, nie heil! Nie heil!
It's the silence that frightens me the most. Every time I hear a creak in the house, I step on the street, I'm sure they're coming for us. I wander from room to room, feeling like a songbird whose wings have been ripped off and it's hurling itself against the bars of its cage. But then I remember the Jews that are not in hiding. And I know we live in paradise. Who would have thought that Quicksilver Ant would have to sit still for hours on end? What's more quick? What were you writing that was so funny? Nothing about me, I hope. Can I take a peek?
No, Mrs. Van Daan.
Not even a little
Not
peek.
even a little peek, Mrs. Van Daan.
Hi, I'm Christopher Lacey.
Has anyone seen my shoes?
Shoes?
You took them, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry.
And take some. Oh, you didn't think I was so strong, did you? Go ahead. And Peter! Peter, what with me?
I don't know how.
I'll teach you.
I don't want any lessons.
Please.
I have to give Mushi his supper.
Can I watch?
He doesn't like people around when he eats.
I'll be quiet. Like a little mouse, he likes mice, doesn't he?
No.
Anne, you mustn't play this Peter like that. It's not dignified.
I don't want to be dignified.
You complain that I do not treat you like a grown-up, and when I do, you resent me.
I just want to have some fun. What's wrong with that boy?
Not used to girls. Let alone girls like you, Annie. Give him time.
How much time does he need? Margot, you dance with me.
I have to help this supper.
Come on, if we don't practice, we'll forget.
All right, all right.
See, Margot's a real dancer in the family. Pin! Oh, dancing! Miss Peter, in his room. You know what his father says. His father will kill him if he finds a box that is like that. And, dear, will you go fetch Peter from his room? Peter! Peter!
What is it?
Your mother wants you to come out. You know what your father says. I'll feed Mushi.
Fine. But just feed him and come right out.
Is that any way to talk to your little girlfriend?
Mother, please.
He's blushing.
You're crazy. She's only 13.
So, 13. I tell you, Mr. Frank, if this war lasts much longer, the life will be related. Hello, everyone. I'd love to stay for supper, but I'm so shy I can barely get it.
All right. I heard about you. Always joking and talking in class. Mr. Keesing called you Miss Quack Quack and made you write a composition.
Then go on, tell them the rest.
Oh.
But it was so good he read it out loud to his class, all of his classes.
Quack, 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 said Miss Quack Quack. Yeah, I heard about you. Always joking.
I'm not always joking.
Always talking,
I'm
mocking,
not always...
making fun
Oh,
of
you're
people.
the most infuriating boy in the whole world.
That's right, Anne.
Give me that. All the boys in the world, I had to get locked up with you.
Quack, 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 said Miss Quack Quack. And from now on, stay out of my room.
And
Excellent in history, Anne. And in Latin.
We've started here yet?
the milkman only left a little while ago.
What's for dinner?
Beans.
Again? I saw you up there playing with that cat again.
Julian, you can talk for a minute.
He's been down here all afternoon working on his French.
Really?
How can I do an algebra?
I think we both better give up on algebra.
How did I do? How you always do? Brilliant.
We might have used a subjunctive here.
There. Mrs. Van Damme? Oh, yes. May I try on your coat? Of course. My father gave me this coat 17 years ago. See, before he died. He always wants the best money could buy. Did you have a lot of boyfriends before you were married?
Anne, it's not courteous to ask personal questions.
Why not? I always had a line of admirers that couldn't keep their eyes off me. We had a big house in Bremerhaven. Those boys came buzzing like bees around the honeypots. My father was very if he saw those boys around. He said,
Here we go again.
who's asking you? He said to tell them, Mr. So-and-so, remember, I'm a lady. Mr. So-and-so, remember, I'm a lady. Very good. No, that's enough.
What are you writing about in that diary that's so important all the time? How much does a 13-year-old have to say?
Just because someone's young doesn't mean they don't have anything to say, Mr. Van Daan.
Please, can't I have any privacy?
Petronella, could you please tell me what could possibly be so
No,
private?
you wouldn't be so angry all this time if you stopped smoking those cigarettes.
Am I smoking? Do you see me smoking?
Don't tell me you used up all that back.
Meep only bought me one package.
You're smoking up all our money.
Bill, you shut up! What are you staring at?
Nothing. I just never heard adults quarrel before. I thought only children quarreled and they grew out of it.
This isn't a quarrel. It's a discussion. I've never heard children so rude before.
Rude? Me? I don't know what you can say.
Could you bring me my knitting? I must remember to ask me for more wool.
I have a library book for her to when I need some more hairpins and so. Please, me. Remember to get me some starch, some tea, biscuits, a movie star magazine. Tell us all the latest news, Meep. Oh, Meep. Meep, it's a wonder Meep has a life of her own. Did you know she's engaged to someone called Jan? She's crazy about him, but she's terrified the Nazis will take him away. That's what they do to the young Dutchmen these days. They just take him off the street and
Bill, you shut up!
And my milk.
Talk, 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 chatter, chatter, chatter. It's a wonder that we haven't been arrested yet and shot. Why can't you be a good little girl like your sister Margot?
Not me. I'm going to be remarkable.
Really?
I'm going to Paris. I'm going to be a famous singer, a writer, a dancer. My coat! My beautiful blue coat! I'm sorry. Look what you've done to it! I could kill you for this! I'm very
Petronella.
sorry.
Anne. You can't behave like this.
It was an accident. Anyone could have an accident.
I'm not just talking about the coat, Anarchy. We're all living under a great deal of stress, but you don't see Margot getting into fights with the Van Dams, do you?
Margot's perfect. She never gets into fights with anyone.
I'm not perfect. She's courteous. She keeps her distance and they respect her for it. Try to be more like Margot.
And have them walk all over me? No, thank you. They don't walk over me. Yes, they do. All over you.
I'm not worried they'll walk over you, Anarchy. But you'll walk over them. Honestly, I don't know what gets into you. If my mother, if I ever spoke to my mother,
Yes,
they
mother.
used to me.
No, mother. Anything you say, mother. People aren't like that anymore. I can't do everything for you.
Margot doesn't do everything
Margot,
for you.
Margot, that's all I ever hear. And don't be so dramatic. Everything you do is right and everything I do is wrong. If I talk, I'm a show-off, stupid, cowardly, a complete disappointment. I'll never be Margot and I'll never live up to your expectations.
I don't know how they can go on living like this.
You know, Anne, in 2 minutes she'll be laughing and joking again.
No room, no privacy for anyone. And those people, the way they act, and your father chooses to turn a blind eye to it. I can't even remember what life used to be like.
Me! Oh, me!
It's me.
Does everyone have their lists?
I have mine!
Now you get your library book learning.
Oh, me. That fresh air! What's it like outside?
Welcome, Mr. Crawler.
Who did you see? Where did you go? Did anyone interesting come into the office?
Then meat comes, the sun begins to shine.
We missed you yesterday, Mr. Crawler.
What did you say for supper?
We'd love to, but there's something we need to talk about. Something that has to be decided immediately.
What is it, me?
Each time we try to come with a bit of good news. But up here, you can't know how bad things are outside.
There's a dentist, Alfred Dussel, and he's been living with a Christian woman. And then today, they both asked me if I knew of a safe address. He's desperate. I promised I would let him know.
Of course, me. Absolutely. Dussel, I believe we know.
It's great news, me.
Yes, but where is he going to sleep?
Sorry, I spoke without consulting you.
It's just that there's so little food.
Mr. Van Daan, I've tried, but there are no more ration books to be had.
Where 7 can eat, 8 can eat as well.
I hope so.
If we can save even one person, we must.
That's true. Mr. Crawler will go to meet him, and I will bring him.
Tomorrow, then.
Thank you.
It's fine to have him, but where's he going to sleep?
You can have my room. I'll sleep on the floor.
You're very kind, Peter, but there's hardly enough room up there for you.
Oh, I know. I'll move in with you and Mother, and he can have my room.
No, that won't work. Margot will move in with us and he can have her bed. It's the only way.
But why can't I move in?
Because it wouldn't be proper for Margot to. Please, Anne, don't argue. It's settled.
As far as I'm concerned, mothers can go jump in a lake. 3.5 months in the annex, and we're eagerly waiting our newest addition. What will he be like? Meep says he's quiet, refined, and by all accounts an excellent dentist. He's meeting Mr. Crowder at 11 sharp this morning at a certain place in front of the post office. It's all so exciting, but totally nerve-wracking. What if they get caught? These last hours are the scariest for a Jew who goes into hiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's done.
Everything went smoothly. Mr. Dussel was at the appointed place at the appointed time. He was amazed to be brought to the center of Amsterdam rather than into the country where so many hiding places are. He didn't know we were right upstairs waiting for him.
I must be dreaming. Mr. Frank, Otto Frank, I thought you were in Switzerland. A patient of mine told me you were in Basel or Belgium or someplace.
That's what everyone says. The Nazis included, we hope.
We tricked them. We're so glad you've come, Mr. Dussel. We all are.
How can I ever thank you?
Not us. Meet Mr. Crowler.
But that's in become clear.
Me? Aren't you scared sometimes?
We're not heroes.
You're much too modest, me.
We just don't like the Nazis. Anything about them.
Come, Mr. Dussel. You must be tired.
Let's have a toast to Mr. Dussel.
Wonderful. We were saving it in case of illness, but...
A much better way to use it. To Mr. Dussel. We're happy to have him.
For us.
delicious. Too bad there's so little of it.
You know, I believe we know someone in common, Mr. Dussel.
Yeah?
Dr. Kinsler. We were friends back in the old days at Frankfurt. What? What is it?
Dr. Kinsler was taken last month. Beethovenstraat, see? They took the whole block.
Mr. Newsom, what is going on out there?
Tell us.
All over Amsterdam, Jews are disappearing. Torn out of bed in the middle of the night, my God. The screams. Children come home from school, their parents gone. Mothers coming back from shopping, whole families vanished. It's impossible to escape unless you go into hiding. Thousands are being deported. The Blombergs, Professor Hallenstein.
Oh, Claude. Oh.
You have 5 minutes to get ready. Pack only what you can fit in a rucksack, herd it into the Jewish theaters for days, weeks sometimes, and then Beethovenstraat, the transit camp. From there, every Tuesday, like clockwork, a train leaves, goes east.
Mr. Dussel, do you know the Gospelers? Nellie and I, we've been friends since we were 4. They weren't taken, were they? Oh, Nellie.
Says a family by some. I'm sure Mr. Dussel is tired after his journey. I'm sorry if he can't afford you your own room. I'm sure you won't mind sharing with one of your daughters.
Forgive me for upsetting you.
No. You have to tell us. We have to know.
Anne, will you please show Mr. Dussel to your room?
Me, thank you for everything.
All he said, so terrible, so different from what Mr. Crowder's been telling us.
I like it's the way Crowder does it.
Well, here we are.
It isn't very big, is it?
I've never shared a room with a man before. I hope I'll be a suitable companion. I know you'll miss the one in the lip was terribly.
Charlotte and I have never been apart. It all happened so quickly. I couldn't tell her where I was going. I didn't know
weren't
myself.
supposed to. None of us knew. It would have been too dangerous not just for you, but for Charlotte.
You're a very bright young lady. I hope you'll bear with me.
I hope you'll bear with me. I seem to irritate everyone around here. Tell me about Charlotte.
Ah, charming, beautiful. You would like her. She's not Jewish, you know.
I know. Leave told us. I know it's small and dark, but if you look out the window, you'll see the most beautiful chestnut tree in the whole world. I can't wait till it goes into bloom. Also, I hope the war will be over by then and we can all go home. I had a question about the room. I usually have it in the mornings and Margot had it in the afternoons. Would that be all right with you?
Actually, I'm not at my best in the morning.
So you take the mornings and I'll take the afternoons. You do the dental equipment?
Oh, yes, yes, I did.
I love those little mirrors. Did you fill all our cavities?
It's not very easy being a dentist. Children don't understand that.
What do you mean?
Everyone makes fun of dentists. But believe me, it's no fun for us. Everyone hates us.
That's awful.
Let me ask you something. What do I do when you're in here? Go upstairs, all of them?
And Mushi.
Who's Mushi?
Peter's cat.
Cat? No one mentioned a cat
Oh,
here.
he's the sweetest cat in the world. You love him.
I hate cats. They're terrifying and they give me asthma.
Peter keeps him in his room.
Let's hope so. Now, Mr. Crawler mentioned something of a schedule.
Oh, yes, it's mainly when we have to be quiet and when we can use the WC. You can use it now if you
No.
want.
Thank you.
You don't know how important it is to be quiet, especially when you're in hiding.
I see. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll lie down before supper. It helps with the digestion after all.
You rest, Mr. Dussel. I'll try and make you feel at home.
This is Colin Rees-Parker with the BBC Radio Europe, November 12. Yesterday, German forces entered unoccupied France. Acting quickly to counter sweeping Allied gains, Hitler sent armoured columns to occupy Vichy France. The Vichy regime came to an end, and with it, the final pretext, that part of France was a free zone.
I couldn't sleep tonight. Even after father tucked me in. I feel wicked sleeping in a warm bed when my friends are at the mercy of some of the cruelest monsters that ever walked the earth. All because they're Jews. And soon most of them are dead. The BBC says they're being gassed. Perhaps that's the biggest way to die. No matter what I'm doing, I can't stop thinking about those who are gone. All we can do is wait. And many of us are waiting for death.
All killed.
And darling, we were having a dream. It was a dream, my angel. You're here, safe.
These nightmares, Miss Frank, they're getting worse. I don't sleep anymore. I spend half my night shushing her. Every night, Miss Frank, every night.
Please, Mr.
She's putting us all in danger.
Mr. Juice will go back to sleep. She'll be all right in a minute.
What happened? It was a nightmare. This time it sounded like someone was murdering her.
Do you want me to get you some water? It was a nightmare, wasn't it? Do you want to tell me about
No.
it?
Thank you.
Please sit then. I'll sit right beside you.
No, I'd rather you didn't.
Good night, sir.
Will you get father? Please.
Edith.
She wants you, Otto. She's still trembling. Go to her. It's all right.
Oh, Pim. Tonight, after the BBC radio broadcast, Pim asked what was the first thing we wanted to do when we're liberated. I'd be so thrilled I wouldn't know where to begin. I long to be back at school with my friends. We still laugh so hard it hurts. I wonder if anyone will look at me other than a Jew. I'm just a young girl badly in need of some good plain fun. Margot said, I want to go dancing, learn the latest step and fly all over the room in a new pair of dancing shoes.
The movies. I love to go to the movies. A Western. If they ever let us in again.
Coffee. I'm longing for a cup. With cream and sugar. Ugh, no, whole potful.
A bath. A hot bath. Sitting there, luxuriating for hours. And then Putty comes in. And rubs my back. And Putty said,
Cream cakes. First things out of here, I'm going to back-offs for cream cakes.
Charlotte. Just to look at her, listen to her for hours.
You know what I want? I want to pack a picnic lunch and take my family to the seashore for a whole day.
Dan. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik shel Chanukah.
Amen. So it was very moving. Thank you.
It's not over yet. There's still the song and presents.
Not this year.
Not for latkes either. I used to make the best latkes you ever tasted.
Please, I can't bear it.
Write us on next year.
What's in there, Robin?
For Margot. Read it out loud. You never lose your temper. You never will, I fear. You're just so good, but if you should, put all your crosswords here. A new crossword puzzle book! It's not new, it's your old one. I wrote it out loud, but if you ain't wait a while and forget, you can do it all over again. Oh, and it's wonderful! Thank you for Mrs. Van Daan. It's beautiful. What is it? Shampoo. I used tiny bits of soap and the last of my toilet butter. How sweet. Thank you. And for Mr. Van Daan. This is really something you want more than anything in the whole world.
A cigarette!
Pim comes full of tobacco in the pocket lining of his jacket and we made it. Well, Pim did. Go ahead, try it. It's real.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you truly.
For Mother?
Here's an IOU I promise to pay. 10 hours of doing whatever you say.
Boy, I wish I had that little slip of paper. You wouldn't consider selling it, would you, Miss Frank?
It's the best present I've ever had.
And for Pim. And I'm not spoke.
Oh.
I made it out of bits of wood. Mother didn't help me, not even Margot. I knitted it myself after I got into my room.
And after keeping me up half the night writing in that diary of hers. I was only joking.
I'm afraid it looks better in the dark.
That looks wonderful to me, Anne. Thank you. I will treasure it.
And for me? Oh, and the ribbons from your ballet shoes.
On behalf of Mushi, thank you. It means a lot.
From Mrs. Quackback.
You're sure nothing's going to jump out at me?
What is it? I can't stand the suspense. A razor! Meep got it for me, but I think he needs it more than I do.
What for?
Look at his upper lip. There's something growing there.
Let's see. Oh, let's put a little milk on it and let the cat lick it down. Think you're funny, do you?
But I like it.
Thanks, Sam.
And last but never least, my roommate, Miss To Do So.
Oh, and you got something for me. Capsules. 2 capsules, not poison, I hope.
Earplugs. So you don't hear me thrashing around at night. I made it out of cotton and candle wax. Go ahead, try them. Can you hear me?
What?
Can you hear me?
What? Oh no. Oh God, they've gone inside my head. Help, help. Oh, thank you. I'm feeling so hard.
I love my present.
Oh,
I don't know how she did it.
One more thing.
What is it?
One present.
Who
Just
for?
to one.
Show us.
For your mother. What's that?
The music box. Otto, how did you...
I saved it for you. I was hoping we wouldn't be here until Hanukkah, but I saved it just in case.
This goes all the way back to my great-grandmother. Father's an angel for saving it.
Woody, why didn't you save anything of mine?
I saved you, didn't I?
Listen.
Look, everybody. Mushi loves his new present. Peter, you know that cat will give me asthma.
Peter, get that cat out of here.
Cat? What cat? It doesn't matter. His clothes are enough.
It's fine, Mr. Dussel. They're getting rid of it.
Finally! Finally someone listens to
You
me.
can't do that. That's Peter's cat. Peter loves that cat.
If he goes, I go.
Then go.
You're not going, and that cat is not going. Peter puts the blanket away. Sit down, Mr. Dussel. It's Hanukkah. A time for celebration. Girls, it's a song. Moshe Yeshuati Lecha Eishaveya Tikon Beit.
Maybe they've gone.
The Gestapo?
With the Gestapo, they'd be up here by now.
Maybe it was a thief.
We have to do something.
I'm going down.
No, Papa, they could still
Margot,
be
stay
there.
back here.
Papa,
I'll go.
Sit down.
please, please go. It's a thief. We can pay them off. With the money we need.
Stand up.
It was a thief.
How do you know?
They took the cash box. Ran away so fast that they left our front door wide open. The danger is past. It's safe.
Maybe. But maybe we're in even greater danger now.
Please do so, please.
Now someone knows we're up here.
Why are you pointing at him? It could have happened to any one of us.
You think a thief is going to go to the police and say, I was robbing this place the other night and I heard these noises above my head. You think a thief is
Yes, I do.
You're crazy.
I think one day the thief will get caught and the police will let him off if he tells them where some Jews are hiding. Maybe they'll even reward him. 7.5 guilders a Jew.
Let's just go, Papa. Go back up to the street.
No one is leaving. We cannot panic. If we panic, we're lost. We've survived 6 months. Keep together. We're going on. Margot, and the song, please.
Sometimes I see myself alone in a dungeon without father or mother, or I'm roaming the streets so the annex is on fire. And I know it could all happen very soon. I see the 8 of us in the annex as if we're a patch of blue sky threatened by menacing black clouds. And in our desperate search for a way out, we keep bumping into each other. We look at the peace and the beauty above, and the fighting and darkness below. We're cut off by a dark mass of clouds and can go neither up nor down. I can only cry out and implore, open wide! Let us out! Saturday, January 1st, 1944. And as the new year has begun, we're in the middle of a great terror known as winter. We've been here 1 year, 5 months, and 25 days. We're all sinner paler and a long time here. We've been plagued by medical problems, someone's always suffering from something. And although we can't call a doctor, our favorite dentist is never too far away.
Mrs. Van Dam, please. You must hold on a little longer.
Oh, can I?
killing me.
If you stop complaining, maybe we could finish a little sooner.
Alright, I'll try.
Mrs. Vanda, you've got my instrument stuck in your mouse.
Is that what I want? Get it out!
Let me keep going further.
There, I got it.
I'm lucky. I've been healthy. In fact, I've been growing so much I can't fit into my own shoes anymore. Not to speak of anything else. And there's another change. Something happening inside me. Sometimes, when I lie in bed at night, I touch my chest and I listen to the beating of my heart. Sometimes I find I have to hold back tears. And there's something else. Peter. Whenever he looks at me with those eyes.
Happy New Year, mate. Oh, me, Happy New Year. You really should have to stay to yourself, but we're glad you come.
Oh, me, would you consider delivering this to Charlotte for the new year?
Meet
Margot, are you feeling any better?
A little.
Well, maybe this might make you feel better.
Yes.
What do you know? The cake!
Hey, I'll get the plate.
See the special spice cake? Spice cake, exactly. Spice cake.
Everyone's favorite.
Must have used up your rations for the whole week.
And look, it says peace in 1944.
Last year it said peace in 1943.
Well, it has to come sometime.
Oh, let's hope so.
Here, Petronella, you cut the cake.
How many of us are there? None for me, sanctuary for leaving.
But you must.
So that leaves 7.
8! 8's the same number as at all vases.
I just only took for granted Margot wouldn't be eating it.
Why not? I don't think a bit of cake would harm her.
I just didn't want us to start coughing again. Fine, 8.
And please, we should have Mrs. Frank, comes the cake. Miss Frank divides things better.
What do you think? Don't I always give everyone exactly the same?
Oh yes, everyone always gets exactly the same except for Mr. Van Daan always gets a little more.
Now listen here!
Please. Please. Me, you see how quickly a bit of cake goes to our heads.
It's alright.
Here, Miss Frank, you cut the cake.
Looks delicious, me.
That smell. Are you sure you won't have a piece?
No, I believe so.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, me, Jan is a very lucky man to get a woman who can bake like this.
Tell us about Jan. Jan is taking me to a party.
A party. Remember every little detail so you can tell us tomorrow. Everyone you dance with.
Margot. Jan, only with Jan.
Wait! I seem to have forgotten something. For someone.
For me? What is it? I can't stand the suspense.
Me? Where did you get some? My ways, Miss Frank.
You can't even get a slipper on the black markets these days.
And look, they match.
So beautiful.
Incredible.
Can
Perfectly.
you walk?
Oh!
All grown up and ready for Hollywood.
Enjoy them, Anne, and don't worry. I'll give you all a full report tomorrow.
Me, there's something I'd like to talk to you about.
What is it, Goody?
He wants to sell her fur coat.
You can't do this to me. I've had this coat for 17 years. My father gave me this coat. You have no right. Let go of it.
You have to give it up. Janetta, you can't hold to that fur coat when people are in such desperate need for warm clothing. Besides, they're broke. They've been running out of money for months. They have to sell it.
Mr. Dussault?
Mrs. Frank? Me? I remember from the New Year it was something to look forward to.
Mrs. Frank, you mustn't give up hope.
There is no hope to be had. I know that. I knew that the night Hitler came to power. His voice came screaming out of the radio. I sat there paralyzed. And now London. What is the Dutch Queen doing? What are they all doing? They're not even mentioning the word Jew. The trains are still leaving. Why don't they bomb the tracks? I can't talk about this with the others.
I understand, Mrs. Frank.
I know they're all making plans, waiting for the war to be over, but I have to tell you, I feel as though it will never end. Sometimes I want to give myself up.
Frank, you must try and take things a little easier. They need you. The children need you.
I'm ashamed to feel this way. I know you and Mr. Carl have it just as hard.
No, we don't, Mrs. Frank.
Thank you for listening to me.
Scendela se pensa.
Hans, Mr. Little Hans from Hansa to sing. Ce que vous ne faites pas beaucoup.
You're going too fast.
Ce que vous ne faites pas.
I don't understand.
Oui, je sais.
Zéché. Zéché, I know that one.
Bon, continuons le pas suivant, s'il vous plaît.
I just don't understand. I would never have done anything like that to you.
For God's sakes, Zach Colt is 17 years old. Those skins are blackly synthetic.
That's not the point, and you know it.
We needed the money. Can you get that through your head?
Don't talk to her like that.
That was the last thing the whole world got.
You still have us, don't you?
That was the last memory of my father.
Enough about your father. If you hadn't been so attached to your father, the goddamn possessions, we'd be in America by now.
It wasn't her fault.
Oh, please. It was you too, you know. You didn't want to go. You didn't want to leave.
Mother, please stop.
Trust me, I did this for you. I knew which face the wind would blow me.
Of course you do. You always know everything.
If I could just say one thing.
No, you may not. You talk too much, and it's none of your business anyways.
You shouldn't have said that, Mother.
But,
You hurt her feelings.
oh, man, I apologize. I apologize to everyone.
Who likes this?
Thank you.
I'm sorry about what happened there. I wish I could have said something, but they make me feel so... I can't stand it when they... Sometimes I wish I didn't belong to them at all. I just hope I never turn out like him.
You won't believe me.
Like him. What if I'm like him?
You're not, I know it.
But all I can say is that if it wasn't for you, I mean, you're always a big help to me.
I am? How?
When you're cheerful, well, it keeps me from being depressed.
You know, I'm not always so cheerful inside.
Really?
It's hard. If you want to cry or something, there's nowhere to go.
It's easier for me, I guess. Friends, there's a fight, with my parents. I just duck into my room.
You're lucky you have a room of your own.
But at least you can talk with your parents.
Not really. I can't talk about anything serious with Mother. You can talk about everything with Father, just not her.
I think your father's terrific.
He likes you too.
You think so?
I can talk about the little things he says. It's funny, isn't it?
What?
Well, we've been here almost a year and a half, and this is the first time we ever really talked.
I know how you feel.
You know something, Peter?
What?
I've never really had a friend. Someone I could truly confide in.
Me neither. Smile for me.
Why?
You have dimples when you smile.
Dimples. It's the only mark of beauty I possess.
That's not true. You're pretty.
I am?
Yes. You.
Oh, the sun is shining. The sky a deep blue. I'm longing, so longing for everything. I wander from room to room, feel my heart beating as if to say, can't you fulfill this longing feeling at last? I want every boy to Peter I want to say, don't just smile at me all the time, say something. Touch me so I can get that delicious feeling inside. Oh, I feel spring within me. I feel spring awakening, I feel it in my entire body and soul. I'm utterly confused. Don't know what to read, to write, to do. I just know I'm longing.
What is it tonight?
Don't ask.
I have to be prepared.
Oh God! I can't eat this again. Pickles, kale and rotten potato every night for weeks now.
Mr. Dussel, will you please stop insulting my wife and just eat?
I think you prepared the kale very well, Mrs. Fenton.
Mr. Frank, it takes a soul of politeness.
Okay, that's a miracle.
Careful, Mr. Dussel. You don't want to clog the pipes again like last week.
Margot, you're not eating. You have to eat.
I'm not hungry.
Just take a bite.
She eats like a bird. Look at her. Every day a smaller bird. Margot, I'm doing the best I can.
I'm sorry, Mrs.
Anne's
Van
eating. Kate is eating.
How do you do it, Anne? I pretend it's delicious and look vain. Before I know it, it's gone.
Right? I eat because I'm hungry.
You've got to force yourself, Margot. You're too thin.
Trust me, they're all finished.
Will this war ever be over? This war will be over a lot sooner if the damned British would start the invasion.
Please, not tonight.
The British are fighting for their lives. They'll do something when the time is right.
Then will they've been buried to me. It's amazing how strong those Germans are.
Oh yes, it's amazing how strong those Germans are. They're going to win the war on say.
They might. They very well might. If the British don't get moving.
It's their movie. 10,000 bombs dropped on Hamburg last week. Isn't that enough for you?
No.
Then when will it be enough?
It will be enough. Then I don't have to worry about going to Poland.
Mr. Joseph, hurry up! Margot's waiting! Please, come on!
She can't wait any longer.
Mr. Dussel, the line is forming again.
You think I like spending my life in there?
Mr. Crawler,
I'm sorry to come into sour, but something's happened.
what happened?
I must ask you all to be more careful, more quiet.
What happened?
A man. In the store. The other day. He asked me what you hear from Mr. Frank. I said, I heard rumors you were in Switzerland. He said he'd heard that too, but thought I might know something else. And then later, while I was doing invoices, I look up and he's staring at the bookcase.
Oh God.
He said he remembered the door there. And then he said he wanted more money. 10 more guilders a month.
10 guilders. A very modest blackmail.
It's just the beginning.
What did you tell him?
I said I had to think about it. Should I pay him the money, take a chance on firing him,
For
or...
God's sake, pay him the money.
Offer him half. We'll find out if it's blackmail or not.
Listen, maybe he knows nothing, but it's getting more and more dangerous out there every single day. You can't trust anyone anymore. You all must be more quiet. I'll offer him half.
Thank you, Mr. Crawler.
We'll hope the best.
Thank you.
And now, from London, a message from the Dutch Minister of Education, Mr. Gerrit Bolkestein.
History cannot be written on the basis of official documents alone. If our descendants are to understand what we as a nation have endured during these years, we need simple, everyday pieces. A diary, a letter from the post.
Diary. Do you really say a diary? I'll start revising mine tomorrow. Maybe one day I can publish a novel. It's a secret annex. Based off my diary. Oh, when I write, I shake off all my cares, but I want to do more than that. I want to make people happy. I want to go on living, even after my death.
Mr. Drusel is getting awfully impatient out there. Let him, I'm always waiting for him. Are you going up to the attic with Peter again? You've already spent so much time there today.
I only went twice. She wants to get potatoes for supper and wants to study French.
But you know Mrs. Van Dam, she has a comment for every little thing.
She can't help herself. It's not Mrs. Van Dam that's upsetting you, is it?
I'm not upset.
Aren't you jealous of Peter and me? I'd be insanely jealous if it were you instead of me.
Yes, I imagine you would be, but I'm not.
Aren't you, Margot?
Who wouldn't want someone to visit every night, have deep, serious conversations with, and who knows what else? Yes, I'm jealous, but not of you and Peter. I just like someone of my own. I'm glad you have someone.
Really?
I want you to have a good time tonight. Every night. You've already missed out on so much here.
It's not like there's anything to be jealous of. We don't do anything. He hasn't even kissed me yet.
The kiss will come.
I'm not sure I wanted to.
Oh, you do. I know you. You can't help yourself. It's in your nature. But wait, let me fix your hair. There, now you're ready.
I trust I may have use of my room now.
Our room, Mr. Dussel, and yes, you may return.
Thank you very much.
And again?
Again? And look at her. In my day, it was the boys who called on the girls.
Children like to believe that they have their secrets. The attic is the only place that they can talk.
Talk? That's not what they called it in my day.
I think a little romance may be happening in a little annex.
Frankly, I can't stand this stupid chatter a moment longer. Remember to be done by then.
They're so old-fashioned.
I say. You look nice.
Really?
I like the shoes. I've always liked the shoes.
Meep always does everything right.
She likes you a lot.
I love her, but doesn't it make you miserable, having to be so dependent on people?
Oh, I'm not miserable anymore. I mean, even bumping into you on the stairs, sometimes I feel...
I feel the same.
You've changed. I used to think you were a real pain in the neck.
My life before seemed so unreal. I was an utterly superficial girl, and I wouldn't go back to being her for the world.
You should know a lot about yourself, don't you? I guess it comes from all that writing you do.
If I didn't, write how I feel, I'd suffocate. I want to be a real writer someday, but who knows if I truly have talent or not. What about you?
Oh, I don't know. Some jobs that doesn't take much brains. Maybe if I had your drive.
That's ridiculous.
No, it's true. I'm a complete idiot.
You're too harsh on yourself.
I had nothing going on for me on the outside.
But don't you miss... Oh, Peter, I miss so many things. Sometimes I dream I'm back in our old apartment. I wake up and wonder, why can't I run outside? Oh, you can see the moonlight from here. Look at our attic.
Oh, are you cold?
No. Then maybe just a little.
Here. Sorry.
Peter,
Yes?
have you ever kissed a girl?
I guess so.
Really, then?
Oh, it wasn't a big deal or anything.
Come on, tell me.
On my birthday. The girl was blindfolded. I was blindfolded. I don't even know who she was.
There's nothing wrong with being kissed or anything. Also, I'm sure Margaret would never touch a man unless she were engaged to him, and I know Mother never touched a man before Pim. And my girlfriends would always say, Anne, how shocking, but it doesn't really matter anymore since we're here.
You said this was our attic. Do you really think it's ours?
I do.
And you won't let them stop you from coming, will you?
I won't. I promise. Maybe sometime I can bring my stories and read it to you.
So, you'll be back tomorrow?
If you want me to.
I do.
Okay.
It's 9:05.
I will then.
All Jews must be out of German-occupied countries before July 1st. The province of Utrecht will be tens of Jews between April 1st and May 1st. The provinces of North and South Holland, including Amsterdam immediately thereafter. A vast piece evacuating the Jews will be given, as we start transporting them not once but twice a week. 12,000 Jews a train. Of months. This is dirty work, but a mission of great historical purpose. But not a single Jew remains in the Netherlands. People will again walk freely in the streets. This is outrageous.
Otto, do you hear that? It's a rat.
Edith, go back to sleep.
Oh my God, I don't believe it. Some bread! He's stealing some bread!
No, Herman, for God's sake!
What is it? What's going on?
Your husband stealing our bread!
Never before, never before.
I don't believe you. You steal once, you'll steal again. Every day I watch the children getting thinner. And you come down here and steal food that should be going to them!
Oh my God. Here.
I want him to go.
Go? Go where?
Anywhere!
It would be impossible for...
Edith, I know you've been upset these last...
That has nothing to do with it!
Come on, Edith, I've never seen you like
Mama,
this.
you can't
One
kick
piece
Peter
of bread.
out. He hasn't done anything.
Peter can stay.
I wouldn't feel right without my parents.
Mother, please, they'll be killed on the streets.
And right, you can't send them away. They can stay until Meep has found them a place.
You put it out on the streets?
I don't want to lose the food!
Fine. Then let's divide it up right now.
You're not going to divide up some rotten potatoes.
What are you doing?
Please.
No!
Let's just go back to bed.
Stop! Margot, Anne, everyone, back to your rooms. Edith, Mr. Dussel, I think the potatoes can wait. Me? This hour?
Everyone, the most wonderful, the most incredible news!
What is it?
The invasion! The invasion has begun! Did you not hear me? The invasion has begun! I feel it is just the excitement. I ran to tell you before you were from
The British.
British, Americans, everyone, more than 4,000 ships. They've landed on the coast of Normandy. Here, I brought them out.
For over a year we have paid for this.
Cherbourg, the first city.
How long will it take them? How long will it take them from France to Amsterdam?
Couple of days, maybe.
Edith, what did I tell you?
Sharon, Point 11 Street, Harrison's and Amsterdam.
The landing was made this morning on the coast of France by troops of the Allied Expeditionary Force.
Listen, it's General
This
Eisenhower.
landing is part of the concerted United Nations plan for the liberation of Europe, made in conjunction with our great Russian allies.
The day of our liberation approaches.
I don't believe it. We could be going home. I don't even know what home would be like anymore.
Oh, I can't imagine it. You've been away so
I
long.
can see every little detail. The sky, Margot. To walk along the canal. To everything.
I'm afraid to let myself think about it. To have a real meal. Will anything taste the same? Looks the same? Will anything be the same again? How can we go back? Really? You know what I've decided? To be a nurse for newborns. Go far, far away.
How far?
Maybe, I don't know, maybe Palestine? Maybe you'll go back to school in October. September even. Oh, wouldn't that be something, Anarchy?
No, but I was just thinking, Putty. This is going to sound crazy, but I was thinking about the day we first met. You were buzzing around with all the boys in Birmingham, and I picked you out right away. You were the one who made me laugh, and laugh. You took me on the ferry that day, remember? And first we laughed, and then you started to kiss me, and the kisses were even better than the laughter. I remember you kept kissing me, and the ferryman looked over, and the ferry went off course. And we got back. You took me to that little restaurant in Birmingham. You made it open its doors right back up. The waiter kept remarking, the man has an appetite, the man can really eat. You ordered almost everything on the menu. We'll go back to that restaurant one day. I'll be cooking all your old favorites. Sauerbraten with red cabbage. Latkes with your cherished applesauce. But until then, if you get hungry, hold on to me, Putty. Just hold on to me.
Just as I was falling asleep, my friend Finelli appeared, dressed in rags. Her face was thin and worn. The sadness in her eyes spoke to me and it said, "Oh, Anne, why have you deserted me? Help me! Help me! Free me from this hell!" If only I could. Finelli, if you ever return, I'll take you in. I'll share everything I have with you. Are you still alive? You were reminded what my fate might have been. But if we are... Oh, no, I mustn't write that down. But a question looms before me in total, absolute horror.
And so we come to an end of this broadcast from BBC Radio Europe. Till tomorrow, listeners, and we all know, no matter how hard the times and how heavy the separation, we are once more a day closer to the liberation.
Strawberries, there's nothing I love more.
I can't hear you. Your mouth's too full.
I wouldn't talk. You haven't stopped eating since we came up.
Me, look at you. You're all red.
Look at all yous all over your shirt.
Well, they're a lot better than those string beans we had yesterday.
Green, green, green. I thought they'd never end. Every string I pulled made me sure I never want to be a housewife.
You never will be.
Oh, I forgot how wonderful they are.
Oh, of course you did. We haven't had a berry in at least 2 years.
Careful, Putty. Don't eat too many. Remember how sick you were from the HS2 last night.
I'm only worried there won't be enough left for jam. Just 3 of them, yeah.
Oh, Mr. Druso, you're such a worrier. Let the children have their fun. God, these are
You
good.
want to know something? Every night I dream. They're coming. They're coming. I'll liberate us.
I bet you'll both forget me when you're back with all your old friends.
Most of our friends are gone, Peter.
But we won't forget you.
Ever.
Well, I can tell you one thing. When we get out of here, I'm going to make sure nobody knows I'm Jewish.
What?
It's true. Life would be a lot easier for me if I were Christian.
You mean you'd be baptized?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'd never run away from who I am. I couldn't. Don't you know you'll always be Jewish? In your soul?
I've never seen anything stop you from talking about
It's utterly impossible to build my life on a foundation of fear. I see the world transformed into wilderness. I hear the approaching thunder, which will destroy us too. I feel the suffering of millions.
Westerbork. At Baron Keys. Within towers, there are jailers stand guard. Walls covered with thousands of flies. The 8 of us crammed into Barrack 67. Betrayed. We never know by whom. Our last months together. Our last months. Anne and Peter walking hand in hand between the barracks and barbed wire. Edith washing underclothing in murky water. Numb. Marco silent, staring at nothing. Our last days on Dutch soil. Late August. Paris, Brive, Brussels, Antwerp, but for us, it is too late. Tuesday, September 3rd, 1944. Thousands of us headed into cattle cars. The last transport to leave Westerbork to the extermination camps. The train. 3 days and 3 nights. In the middle of the 3rd night, Auschwitz. Separation. Men from women. Edith. Margot, Anne, my family. Never again. Selection. Half our transport killed in the gas chambers. One day, Peter and I see a group of men march away. His father among them. Gassed. Peter wants a death march to Mauthausen. Dead 3 days before the British arrive. His mother. Auschwitz, Bergen-Belsen, Buchenwald, der Heidenstadt. Date of death unknown. Mr. Dusel dies in Neuengamme. January 21st, 1945. I am freed from Auschwitz. I'm nursing the fetus and the children. And then I learn. Edith died in Buchenwald of grief, hunger, exhaustion. The winter of 45. Typhus breaks out in Bergen-Belsen, killing thousands of prisoners, among them Margot. Anne's friend Henley sees Anne through the barbed wire, naked, her head shaved, covered with lice.
And I don't have any fun anymore.
She weeps. A few days later, Anne dies. My daughter's bodies dumped into mass graves just before the camp is liberated. All that remains